हेलो एवरीबॉडी, वेलकम, गुड इवनिंग, हाउ आर यू? कैसे हैं आप लोग सब? मैं हूँ शुचि रुंगटा और आपके साथ मिस्टर देविंदर खुराना के साथ कुछ आज मीनिंगफुल डिस्कशन करेंगे मार्केट्स के ऊपर. सो आई होप यू ऑल enjoy this session and कुछ भी if you all want to ask, please feel free to put it in the comment box. I'll be constantly seeing and I'll take questions as and when required. So I would just like to introduce Mr. Davinder Khurana. He is an engineer by profession and momentum trader by passion. Am I right, Davinder?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
in one
he
liner,
is
I
a
think, yeah, it says
yeah,
that. Yeah.
and
Thanks.
he is associated with us on Stock and Social as an expert, as a market expert, and he is been into markets since last 7 years, more than 7 years, and I think the best thing which I like about him is that first he trades in these newly listed stocks more so often, which is the IPO stocks and all of that, and the position sizing which he focuses on, which actually gives that hand holding to a retail trader or an investor which is required, and that is what probably Stock and Social is all about. uh, so that's the best part, and we'll discuss about it in a little later in details. So पहले मार्केट डिस्कस करते हैं दविंदर जी की मार्केट क्या लग रहा है, करेक्शन कंटिन्यू करेगा पुल बैक मोड में कि मार्केट का हो गया 2 दिन का करेक्शन एंड इट्स बैक टू इट्स ओन ट्रेजेक्टरी, अपवर्ड ट्रेजेक्टरी? व्हाट डू यू सी, हाउ डू यू सी द मार्केट्स?
Yeah, I think so. Basically, generally, like market, I mean, moves in a fashion of 3 to 8 weeks. So I think we discussed it in our last webinar also. तो अगर फ्रैक्टल के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से देखा जाए तो आई थिंक आई मीन द 8 weeks ऑफ अप मूव व्हिच वी हैव सीन इन निफ्टी, सो आई मीन द पॉज इज एक्सपेक्टेड. तो जनरली मार्केट
ओके.
क्या करता है 8 weeks के बाद पॉज लेता है एंड इफ आई मीन so no one knows that we are currently into a full-fledged bull market or it's still a bear market rally. So I mean, considerably, like if we follow the Dow theory, then I think we are into a bull market again. But again, like we need to trade with the proper position sizing. And with that said, I think uh, like जो bull market के pullbacks होते हैं, they are not very, I mean, very deep, like 4 to 6% के आसपास होते हैं initial pullbacks. So that also, I think I shared my view on Nifty on our stock edge platform, right? So 4% from the high came around 17,420 odd levels, और वहीं से मार्केट ने बाउंस बैक किया. So
जी.
yeah, so if we see like market is trading in that 4 to 6% range, I think if we consolidate for probably 2 to 3 weeks in that range, and if we don't break like 6% from this swing high, which is close to 900 points from 18,000. So 17,100 to 18,000 की range में अगर market trade करता है for next 3 weeks, then I think it's a pretty stable market. So we can build our long positions and I mean, so that dip should be utilized अगर market 6% से ज़्यादा drop नहीं करेगा तो.
So
Yeah,
17,100
that
to 18,000, that is the range which you're giving. That is a 1,000 point range, which is for next 2 to 3 weeks. That's
900.
quite an impact. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
So that's quite decent, and I think stock specific action honge, so traders can place
Yeah,
their
exactly.
positions accordingly.
Yeah. So
That's quite
major action I think is still, yeah. So अगर हम मतलब index को छोड़ दें, then also like there are still a lot of trades which are working pretty well. Mid cap, small cap space में like companies which reported strong earnings this quarter, right? So they are performing pretty well. The shoe pack, which I keep on saying, Campus, Metro, and Mirja. So these three shoe
yes.
companies are doing pretty well. Then we, yeah. So from the IPO pack, like Rainbow Hospitals, like it came up with decent earnings, and the stock is up some 20%. Acrizil also, like which we traded on our stock edge platform, right? So that stock is also up some 13-14%. So stock specific action is still there. Like market doesn't look weak on that front. So if someone is trading earning base stocks, then I think it's still a good market to trade.
सो दविंदर जी, आई वुड लाइक टू अंडरस्टैंड एक चीज कि जैसे आप अर्निंग्स को ट्रैक कर रहे हैं, अर्निंग्स के बेस पे फिर आप स्टॉक्स निकालते हो, तो डज टेक्निकल एनालिसिस प्ले अ रोल इन योर एनालिसिस, और इट इज प्योरली फंडामेंटल साइड व्हाट यू आर गिविंग?
Okay, I'll explain it in this way. So as I said, right, market moves in a fashion of 3 to 8 weeks. So generally,
जी.
जब market में move आती है, so you will see that move coming during the result time, right?
हम्म.
So either companies perform better and you'll see the index is making new high, or companies will
हम्म.
not perform better as per expectation and मतलब indexes will react to that. So generally जो move होती है ना, it will always be there. Like if you see the history of Nifty, तो जो
हम्म.
index की move होती है, it's somewhere around the result. मतलब 15 जुलाई से अगर रिजल्ट आने स्टार्ट होते हैं एंड 15 अगस्त तक
हम्म.
मेरे रिजल्ट कंप्लीट हो जाते हैं. सो मेजर पार्ट
जी.
ऑफ द इंडेक्स मूव विल बी इन दिस 4 to 5 weeks. उसके
राइट.
बाद के जो रिमेन 6 to 7 weeks होते हैं, in those 6 to 7 weeks major action will be played out by only those stocks which came up with very decent earnings.
ओके.
Okay.
ओके.
So that's how I plan my trade. तो जनरली क्या करता हूँ मैं, सो माई ट्रेडिंग प्लान इज नॉट फंडामेंटल. It's not top down approach, it's a bottom up approach. So how
ओके.
do I identify stock is, so I try to identify stocks which are comparatively doing better than indexes.
ओके.
So how
रिलेटिव
someone
स्ट्रेंथ.
can, yeah, relative strength. So there are
ओके.
few ways to identify that relative strength. One way is like swing low से swing high आप identify करो निफ्टी कितना move किया है. Let's say
जी.
Nifty went up from 15,200 odd levels to 18,000, right, which is close to 15%, right?
राइट.
So now
राइट.
try to identify, yeah, so try to identify those stocks which went up more than 15% in the same period.
देवेंद्र, वुड यू लाइक टू जस्ट शो फ्यू एग्जांपल्स? अगर आप चार्ट शेयर करोगे तो आई थिंक मेरे यूजर्स को और अच्छे से समझ में आएगा, इफ यू आर कंफर्टेबल.
Yeah, we can do that.
हाँ.
Yeah,
यू कैन जस्ट सिंपली शेयर योर स्क्रीन.
is my screen visible?
यस, इट्स जस्ट लोडिंग.
Okay.
यस, वी कैन सी योर स्क्रीन.
So let's take an example of Nifty, right?
ठीक है.
So Nifty, if I see from the bottom, it has moved 19% and
ओके.
currently it is at 15%,
राइट.
right? So now if I can find stocks which have gone up in the same period, मतलब अगर ये मेरा सेम पीरियड में पिकअप करता हूँ, right? So within this period, if any stock has moved up more than 19%, that means it has relatively much more momentum than Nifty.
Okay. So any,
Okay.
say for example, a Bajaj FinServ or a Bajaj Finance, they've moved much more than Nifty. Say
Yeah,
for
I'll
example.
take few examples. Let me take an example of Milgem. Right.
Okay.
So this is where Nifty formed that bottom, and जहाँ पे मिर्जा ने bottom बनाया. Let's take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 weeks of अगर मैं move देखता हूँ, right? So
Hmm.
this is my move, correct? And if you calculate this move from this swing to this swing high, it's 54%.
My God.
So, right? So what does that mean? That means this stock is relatively very, very strong when it is compared to Nifty.
Absolutely. G.
Yeah. Now, yeah. Now, if I change even, let's go back to the Nifty and see, what this guy was doing when Nifty was. Now look at this particular range, right? So when Nifty was making lower lows,
Hmm.
Nifty went down from, you know, uh, From this time period to this time period, Nifty went down 16%. So this is a
Hmm.
candle on 4th of April 2022. So if I look at 4th of April 2022 here, it's coming around somewhere here, right? So जहाँ पे निफ्टी माइनस 16% गया, this stock went up some 67% in the same period, correct? So isn't
Yes.
it a relatively very strong stock compared to Nifty? अब जब Nifty move
Yes.
करेगा, then there are high chances that it will again outperform Nifty,
Right. Right.
correct? So this is one example. Another example would be campus. Yeah,
I think
तो
campus
यहाँ पे
का
देखो,
stock idea,
right?
I think you shared on the platform also, Stock at Social Pay, and I think all our members have really
Yeah, I
enjoyed
shared
that.
it. Yeah, so look at this guy. So this guy is up 75% when Nifty is up hardly 16%, 17%.
60%, right? Yeah.
Right? So if we identify these type of stocks which are outperforming Nifty, especially when Nifty is making lower lows, then those are the
Hmm.
stocks which will outperform indexes when the indexes go up. And I'll take one more example if you want to see, like in the previous time. So this is the first time like when Nifty started dropping, right? 18th of October to
जी,
20th
जी.
of December. You look out Poonawalla का chart यहाँ पे. So in the same
हाँ.
period, Poonawalla went 50%. So 18th October का if I look at a chart, right? So look at this guy. So when Nifty made first swing low, this guy made first
Yes.
swing high of 50%. Right? So these are the stocks like which someone, I mean, if you want to play the next swing, obviously market will not, go down every week, every month. There will be time when Nifty will also shoot up. So if we keep a list of
Right.
these stocks which are doing relatively well when market is not doing really well, then these are the
Right.
stocks like which are capable of giving you very very strong returns. So this is my whole philosophy. Now coming back to the fundamental. So once I identify like these are so this is my top 77 stocks which are in my watch list
Okay.
currently. So I'm only focusing on these 77 stocks every week. So I need to see like which are setting up and how I want to trade them.
Right.
Okay, so yeah, so now I mean sometime what happens is like particularly a single group will be in the focus, just like
Hmm.
shoe theory is now playing. So some one
Hmm.
and a half year, 2 year back, Apple, Root, Happiest Mind. So these set of stocks were performing collectively.
Hmm.
So how smart money position, their positions is they also kind of try to hedge the a portfolio. So if they are interested in some particular sector, instead of buying a single stock, they also try to buy it into 2 to 3 stocks of basket. So sometimes you'll
Right.
see a complete basket is moving up. So
Correct.
packaging film was another basket which performed really well in 2020, 2021. Cosmo film,
Right. Hmm.
Polyflex, Uflex.
हाँ.
So all these
Right.
stocks, yeah. So once you prepare your watch list, you identify like some sectors are showing you a real characteristics that they are real strong in this swing. So if you
Hmm.
categorize those and if you just play on those like 5 or 6 stocks, I think yeah, we can make quite a good money.
I think it makes sense. And Davinder, I would like to focus one thing, like which you really emphasize to all our club members is, how you position size your trades. I think I would like to show my screen here, and show my users that how you've. Uh, I think you can see my screen, right?
Yeah, it's there. Yeah,
Yeah. So, say for example, I think you had shared this G shipping trade over on our
right,
platform with a proper thesis, and you specifically tell our users that how allocation needs to be done on a portfolio, because obviously money is scarce and it's always limited for a trader. So, how much capital allocation needs to be done, and then how much you follow up on those positions, that is something which is commendable and which is a real value addition to our users also. Like, I think with all the trades you've been maintaining that.
right.
So yeah, so that's
Yeah.
quite so I would just like to ask you here that, um, you know why so much stress on portfolio sizing, and how actually you do it? Like, what is the concept behind this portfolio sizing? Because normally, having a strict stop loss and a target works fine. Then why the portfolio allocation and making it, for, because normal retail traders sometimes it gets complicated.
Okay, so let me explain it this way. So let's assume someone has given you two goals. First, talk about multiple social platform and how stockage can be a different platform than other social platform. So there are pretty much a lot of social platforms. Just like we have Money Control, where people are sharing their feeds and all that stuff. Then we have Twitter, which is like full of stock ideas. Then we have Telegram, right? So the missing part in all these platforms is people give you buy call, or people give you sell call, or people share their charts based on educational purpose. So let's say I buy one stock, and I buy it just with 2% allocation. And
Right.
I buy another stock. Let's say I bought stock A with 2% allocation, and I bought stock B with let's say 20% allocation, right? So
दविंदर थोड़ा
now
हिंदी
let's
में बात करते हैं अपने।
हाँ ठीक है।
हाँ।
मान लो मैंने
हम्म,
दो स्टॉक बाय किए। फर्स्ट स्टॉक मैंने जो एलोकेशन दिया, लेट्स से माय पोर्टफोलियो साइज इज फॉर एग्जांपल 1 लाख।
ठीक है। हाँ।
ठीक है। सो 1 लाख थोड़ा कम हो गया, लेट्स से 10 लाख। so that I mean we actually understand the risk part. 1 लाख में क्या
अंडरस्टूड।
होता है कि like if someone is losing 5%, then also they will feel कि 500 गई तो लॉस हुआ, राइट? सो now let's take an example of a 10 lakh portfolio. अभी उसमें क्या किया हमने, दो स्टॉक को ट्रेड किया। फर्स्ट स्टॉक में मैंने एलोकेट किया 2%, सेकंड स्टॉक में मैंने एलोकेट किया 20%,
जी।
राइट? अभी मेरा जो 2% वाला एलोकेशन है, लेट्स से दैट स्टॉक गोज अप 20%,
हम्म।
करेक्ट? तो इसमें मेरे को
हम्म।
ओवरऑल गेन कितना मिला? अगर मान लो मेरा 10 लाख का पोर्टफोलियो था, उसमें मैंने 2% ही इन्वेस्ट किया, दैट मीन्स आई इन्वेस्टेड ओनली 20,000 रुपीज।
हम्म,
तो मैंने 20 हजार उसमें इन्वेस्ट किया, वो मेरे को 20% गेन दे के गया। दैट मीन्स मुझे टोटल गेन कितना हुआ? 4,000 रुपये का हुआ,
जी।
करेक्ट?
जी। जी।
ऑन द अदर हैंड, मैंने स्टॉक बी बाय किया, जो मैंने 20% एलोकेशन से बाय किया। उसमें मेरा टोटल जो कैपिटल था वो था 2 लाख रुपया, राइट?
हम्म।
10 लैक्स के हिसाब से। सो अगर मेरे 2 लाख के ऊपर मान लो मेरे को 10% लॉस हुआ, राइट? सो आई लॉस 20,000 रुपीज, करेक्ट?
करेक्ट है।
तो अभी अभी क्या होता है कि ट्विटर या ये सब पे लोग आपको एक टिप शेयर करते हैं कि ये बाय करो, वो बाय करो। ना यूजर डजंट नो कि उसको 20 हजार का बाय करना है या उसको 2 लाख का बाय करना है। अब बढ़ते हुए शेयर को उसने 20 हजार का बाय किया, गिरते हुए शेयर को उसने 2 लाख का बाय कर लिया। उसका तो इवेंचुअली दोनों ट्रेड मिला के जो प्रॉफिट होना चाहिए था, वो तो उसको लॉस हुआ ना,
जी।
राइट?
आई थिंक यहीं
सो
पर ही वो हैंड होल्डिंग की दरकार है, जो कि आज एक सोशल, हमारा जो
राइट,
स्टॉक सोशल प्लेटफॉर्म है वो प्रोवाइड कर रहे हैं, कि गाइडेंस एंड
राइट,
कांस्टेंट लर्निंग अपने। आई थिंक यू आल्सो कॉन्स्टेंटली शेयर आइडियाज एंड लर्निंग कंटेंट, कि किस तरीके से आप अपने हर ट्रेड को पोजीशन साइजिंग पे फोकस करके मार्केट में ट्रेड करके, जिससे कि आप एक लंबी रेस के घोड़े बन सके। तो आई थिंक दैट इज अ वेरी वेरी emphasize which we do on social, and so that is yes commendable. In fact,
सो
Davinder, I would, हाँ बोलिए।
so sorry, sorry to disturb you
Yeah,
in
yeah.
between.
No,
So
sure.
the second part of the allocation puzzle is कि आपका टोटल पोर्टफोलियो किस टाइम पे कितना एलोकेटेड रहता है। ओके,
Hmm.
सो व्हाई इज इम्पोर्टेंट इज, मान लो कोई 2020 से 2021 की मार्केट थी,
Hmm.
करेक्ट? उसमें
Hmm.
आपने 100% गेन किया,
Hmm.
आपका एलोकेशन था 100%, आप एलोकेटेड है पूरा साल।
जी।
दैट मीन्स कैपिटल बिकेम डबल,
जी।
राइट? जब 2022 की मार्केट आती है, इफ यू स्टिल से स्टे 100% एलोकेटेड एंड
Hmm.
मार्केट इज गिविंग 20% ड्रॉ डाउन, तो आपका ओवरऑल 20% लॉस होता है, करेक्ट?
Yes,
बट
correct.
हाँ, बट अगर मैं एलोकेशन को थोड़ा स्क्रू करता हूँ, इंस्टेड ऑफ स्टेइंग
Hmm.
100% एलोकेटेड, आई नो कि मार्केट कंडीशंस अभी सही नहीं है। सो जहाँ पे
Hmm.
मैं पहले एवरी 10 to 15% एलोकेशन पे ले रहा था, आई विल कीप ऑन ट्राइंग विथ 3% एलोकेशन, 4% एलोकेशन। तो जो मेरा एक टाइम पे 100% एलोकेशन भी रहेगा ना, इट विल बी क्लोजली 30 to 35%। तो अगर उसमें
राइट,
मार्केट मेरा 20% भी गिर जाए, तब भी मेरा लॉस जो होगा 3.5 to 7% के बीच में होगा इंस्टेड ऑफ 20%। तो इससे आपका क्या होता है
एब्सोल्युटली।
कि ड्रॉ डाउन आप अपना लिमिट करते हो। सो इन अ शॉर्ट रन यू विल नॉट सी these differences, बट व्हेन यू चेक योर ट्रेड लॉग ऑन अ ईयरली बेसिस, तब आपको बहुत डिफरेंस दिख के आएगा।
ये काफी इम्पोर्टेंट इंसाइट है देवेंद्र जी। इनफैक्ट आशीष जी पूछ रहे हैं हमसे कि जैसे हम फंड एलोकेट करते हैं, आपने ऑलमोस्ट इस क्वेश्चन का जवाब दे दिया है, तो क्या ये
हम्म,
हर समय इट विल बी सेम फॉर ऑल स्टॉक्स, और हम स्टॉक टू स्टॉक भी वेरी करें? मार्केट कंडीशंस के हिसाब से हम वेरी करेंगे, ये अभी अभी आपने बताया, बट
राइट।
स्टॉक टू स्टॉक हम वेरी करेंगे, और डू वी कीप इट कांस्टेंट फॉर ऑल स्टॉक्स?
स्टॉक टू स्टॉक मतलब एलोकेशन वेरी होता है, बट हमारा स्टॉप लॉस सेम रहता है। तो आई विल गिव एन एग्जांपल ऑफ दैट आल्सो। जैसे आपने देखा होगा मेरी स्टॉक सोशल में हम लोग क्या करते हैं, आई मेंशन कि कैपिटल एट रिस्क इज 0.5%।
जी।
तो अभी 0.5% कैपिटल एट रिस्क इज कांस्टेंट फॉर मी अंटिल एंड अनलेस माय पोर्टफोलियो हैज ऑलरेडी ग्रोन अप 10%। तो व्हेनेवर आई एम स्टार्टिंग अ न्यू पोर्टफोलियो, अगर मैं नया पोर्टफोलियो स्टार्ट कर रहा हूँ, या मैं नया पोर्टफोलियो स्टार्ट कर रहा हूँ स्पेशली ऑन स्टॉक एज, सो माय फर्स्ट फोकस विल बी कि मैं एक 10% पहले ग्रो कर जाऊँ।
जी।
So that is my first and foremost you can say thing which I will keep in my mind। जब मैं 10%
करेक्ट।
ग्रो कर गया ना, अगर कल को कोई ब्लैक स्वैन इवेंट भी होता है, सो जो 10% मैंने गेन किया हो सकता है वो चला जाए, बट माई कैपिटल विल बी प्रिजर्व।
कैपिटल विल बी इंटैक्ट, ठीक है, हाँ।
या राइट। तो पहला 10% जब आपका पोर्टफोलियो ग्रो हो जाता है, देन उसके बाद आप प्रॉब्ली यू कैन गो हेड विद लार्जर पोजीशन साइज। सो
राइट।
फर्स्ट थिंग इज आपको उतने ट्रेड्स लेने हैं कि एटलीस्ट ये ना हो कि कल को मैं मतलब मैंने मान लो स्टॉकेज पे स्टार्ट किया और मैंने 50 ट्रेड दे दिया, अभी मेरा जो पोर्टफोलियो 15% डाउन चला गया, राइट।
हम्म।
तो क्या होगा कि लोगों के मन में जाएगा यार मैंने इससे स्टार्ट किया तो मेरा 15% डाउन चला गया, राइट। तो
हम्म।
अब 16 कॉल अगर मैं देता हूँ, तो हो सकता है वो उस डर से ही ना ले, राइट।
हम्म।
तो अपने को क्या करना है, पहले एक मेंटेन करना है कि एटलीस्ट हम ग्रो कर जाएं 8 से 10%, तब उसके बाद वी कैन गो एग्रेसिव। तो जब भी स्टार्ट करना है वी कैन ऑलवेज स्टार्ट विथ लोअर एलोकेशन, लाइक 7-8% से स्टार्ट करो। वंस यू बिल्ड दैट 10 to 12% क्वेश्चन, उसके बाद क्या करो आप 7-8% की जगह 10 से 15% की रेंज में ट्रेड करना स्टार्ट करो। तो आपका जो स्टॉक स्पेसिफिक मतलब एलोकेशन होगा वो जनरली सेम ही रहेगा इनिशियली, बट पोर्टफोलियो के मतलब ग्रोथ के बेसिस पे इट विल कीप ऑन चेंजिंग।
Fair enough. I think that
या
was a very good insight. Thank you for that, Davinder ji. And I think now I would like to invite with me Mr. Robin also, who has been a member, you know, with us and is very active on Stockit Social. Uh, Welcome, Robin ji. How are you? कैसे हैं आप?
Uh, Thank you so much, ma'am, first of all, for inviting me. I am good. How are you?
I'm good. I am good. And how has been your journey, Robin ji, on Stockit Social?
Ma'am, I have been associated with StockEdge since 2018. My
Great.
one
Okay.
of one of my friend recommended me StockEdge. He said that there is a platform where you can learn a lot. So I will share you one small story. At that time, I used to take any random stock and trade like anything.
Okay.
But and actually, I was unaware of many of the technical terms and the fundamental terms also.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
after coming in the stock edge, I started learning some technicals also, fundamentals also. I I have seen so many videos of Vivek sir also,
Hmm.
which from which I have learned a lot.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Stock edge. First of all, I proceeded with stock edge, where I learned like how to use a scanner, how to use price relative, how to
Hmm.
use the price performance, how to time the market,
Hmm.
and so many things.
Hmm.
After that, I wanted to go further analysis into fundamental also. There,
Hmm.
I decided to learn something about the ratios also, how the company earnings are there, and
Right.
so on. Then,
Right.
after that, when the Stockage Social was launched, I decided to proceed with that also. There is always a something learning from some platform which I have observed.
सो रॉबिन जी, जैसे सोशल को स्टार्ट हुए 1 साल हो गया है अब,
Yes,
एंड आप हमारे साथ काफ़ी दिन से जुड़े हुए हैं। तो
yes,
मतलब जैसा कि आप जानते हैं कि इफ़ यू आर आवर क्लब मेंबर, मतलब अगर आप स्टॉकेज क्लब मेंबर है तो आपको सोशल
yes,
की एक्सेस मिलती है। और
correct.
क्योंकि हम लर्निंग पे फोकस करते हैं तो आप लर्न भी करते हो स्ट्रैटेजीज, जैसे आपने कहा स्टॉकेज ऐप यूज करके
Yes,
स्क्रीनर्स एंड स्कैन्स करते हैं तो आप एनालाइज भी
correct.
करते हैं।
Hmm,
साथ में एक कम्युनिटी का फायदा उठा रहे थे स्टॉकेज सोशल से, तो स्टॉकेज
correct.
सोशल से आपको स्पेसिफिकली क्या फायदे हुए, मतलब हाउ हैज इट हेल्प्ड यू एज अ मार्केट पार्टिसिपेंट, इफ इट ऑल? या।
Well, see, first of all, this is a great initiative by Vivek sir and Team Stockage that Stockage Social is in front of us. From
हम्म।
basically from Stockage Social, I will say that you can share your ideas, get it reviewed by the experts who are
हम्म।
available there. If I make a mistake, then there is an expert available to guide me.
हम्म।
As you said that Stockage Social is for guidance, continuous
हम्म।
guidance. There is
हम्म।
always an expert for a continuous guidance towards me.
हम्म।
If, for example, I like a particular technical part, and if
हम्म।
I want to learn further, I can contact an expert also regarding that, like what settings should I use, what will suit my style, and so on.
सो आपकी पूरी क्वेरीज को हमारी टीम यहाँ पे सॉल्व कर देती है, कैन
Yes,
आई से?
actually, yes, you can say that the queries is solved very fast and appropriately.
And
Yeah,
has those queries been helpful to you?
yes, very much helpful.
Okay, so I would just like to tell my users here that we our USP is to taking care and nurture all our members. So we take care of all the user queries by an analyst team of 20 plus very very talented people, research analysts, who is all my technical queries and FNO related queries are being solved in less than 10 minutes in live market hours. And fundamental queries of course, as you all understand कि उसमें 24 hours हमें लगते हैं टू रिसर्च completely about फंडामेंटल्स ऑफ द कंपनी, एंड फिर आपको उसके बारे में इंसाइट्स देते हैं उस कंपनी के बारे में। सो रॉबिन जी, आप एक्सपर्ट्स क्लब फॉलो करते हैं? कौन से एक्सपर्ट आप फॉलो करते हैं कि यू लाइक ऑल द एक्सपर्ट्स? एनी इंसाइट्स ऑन एक्सपर्ट्स क्लब?
My favorite expert is Vivek sir.
Your favorite sir is Vivek sir. I think he's everybody's favorite. वो पूरे इंडिया की
Yes, yes,
फेवरेट
yes,
है।
yes.
Right. So
The
that's
the
nice.
way the way he showcases his stock ideas there, the
Hmm.
way he explains it with every detail, that
Hmm.
I mean, anyone can understand it very well and very easily.
राइट। सो आई वुड लाइक टू टेल माई मेंबर्स कि अगर आप विवेक सर से जुड़ना चाहते हैं तो स्टॉकेज क्लब के मेंबर बनिए। आप 1 to 1 डायरेक्ट कांटेक्ट में रहेंगे सर के साथ, विवेक जी के साथ, एंड यू कैन इंटरेक्ट विथ हिम। and of course apart from getting all the other you know benefits of stockage club. रॉबिन जी, अगर आपको मैं पूछूं कि वुड यू लाइक टू रेफर टू योर फ्रेंड्स, वुड यू एक्चुअली लाइक टू डू दैट stockage club?
Yes, I will very much refer Stockage Club to my friends also,
Hmm.
because these days after COVID, I have observed that people have money in their bank balance and they just want to make money in the stock market without any relevant knowledge.
जी।
But
जी।
after getting procured with Stockage Club, I have realized that they can get a proper knowledge, proper guidance, and after that they can create a wealth for themselves for the future also.
राइट। राइट।
Yeah.
सो Ravi ji is saying that he is following Brahmachari ji and Davinder ji you, and he is loving the whole experience on social. So a quick shout out to him, and I think thank you for your time, and we keep nurturing all our members constantly, and we keep coming up with new ideas and how we can keep enhancing your experience, because I think हमारे लिए our vision is to empower retail traders to be successful market participants, whether it's retail traders or retail investors, retail market participants. So we keep doing a lot of things on this club. And if you are not a club member, I would like just do explore what is stockage club by going on this website. And yes, I would also like to say that we have a special offer going for you guys, which is you can get a special discount of 25% off on Stockage Club membership annual if you use the code India25. You will get that details on the YouTube link below once the live ends, so you all can explore that. And I think thank you everybody. Thank you Davinder ji for your time. Thank you Robin ji for your time.
Thank
It
you
was
so much.
lovely interacting with both of you. And yes, we continue to empower our members constantly on Stock and Social, whoever our members is. Thank you.
Thank you.